Now, I'm sure you guys know that Colin Kaepernick has been one of the most talked about athletes in sports this entire year, but it's been for what he's done off the field.
Now to that protest by Colin Kaepernick, 49ers quarterback knelt instead of standing during the national anthem at last night's game. He was not alone.
But what went mostly unnoticed at the time surely is anything but meaningless now.
It's to bring awareness and make people realize what's really going on in this country.
Now, the reason why I want to do this video is to remind you guys just how good he used to be when he was in his prime. Just think back to a few years ago when he played against the Packers in the playoffs. He had 181 yards rushing along with 2 touchdowns. But that's not it. He also had 263 yards passing and 2 touchdowns as well. That has to be one of the best stat lines I've ever heard for a quarterback. And my goal here today is to try to recreate that in an online game of Madden. Now, the first thing you got to realize is that this Kaepernick is a lot slower than Kaepernick of old, man. 2012, I believe, was the year when he had that amazing game. And look at this run to start off this game going against the Cowboys. And he looks like he's gone. He ends up getting tripped down around the 10-yard line, and this is one of the dilemmas I had to face when I was doing this challenge. Had to, call timeouts to get my quarterback rested, and then I got him back in the game for the touchdown, his first one of the game. And I'm not going to really talk about the defense. Going to pretty much talk about the future of this channel. I know you guys have realized how inconsistent I've been, and I'm definitely going to be working on that. Trust me, I got some big things planned. A lot of you guys are going to be happy with the series that's going to be returning. I'm going to try to start churning out more videos per week. Have not been doing a good job of that. Hey, we're on offense. We got to talk about what's going on. Kaepernick throwing the dot right there. We get close enough for a first down, and then on the very next play, look at his run to the outside. I'm using the Panthers playbook, by the way. It was the only one that I saw that had so many different variety of running plays for the quarterback. As we throw an absolute bullet to the outside, the wide receiver goes in and gives us a 2-possession lead. Very nice play right there. Dak throwing a screen to Ezekiel Elliott, and Zeke doing what Zeke does. Off to the races, man. I wish he didn't play for the Cowboys. I like watching him play. I just can't root for him because, who he plays for. Anyways, back on offense, Kaepernick pretty much getting stuffed right there, and it didn't take him too long to realize what I was trying to do. Almost every single play was a run, and look at this throw right there. Just embarrassing. Kaepernick's accuracy has gone down tremendously as you see him throw a pick right there. Actually, that was my fault. That was a terrible read, and we throw it right into double coverage, and I think he ends up going up on this play right here, throws the wide receiver screen and gets in for the touchdown. So here we are, only a few minutes left in the second quarter, and Kaepernick just cannot get anything going right now after that long run. Look at this throw, man. I don't think we have any passing yards yet. Maybe a little bit, but not enough. I mean, we need 283. We're not even close to that. 2nd and 10 for Dez. Just going up and grabbing it. I think he's one of the best fade route wide receivers in the game. He did the fade test, and yeah, he proved his worth. But look at this run right here. Kaepernick off to the races again. Going out of bounds around the 30-yard line. We have 2 timeouts, 30-something seconds left. Kaepernick's going to take off through the middle, and it's really hard to run your quarterback when it's not a designed run. I don't know why, but it is very, very difficult. Right here, an absolute dot to his tight end, and we end up making this a 1-possession game heading into the second half. Look at this run right here from Carlos Hyde. I had to put that in there, man. I was just so filthy as they're taking yards away from Kaepernick. That wasn't a pass or a run from Kaepernick, so that was obviously not the smartest play, but I had to keep on going, man. Had to make the highlight an actual highlight. Look at this run right here from Kaepernick, evading the defender, but it just got to the point where he didn't have enough stamina to continue making defenders miss, and that was one of the biggest dilemmas I had to face in this game. As you get the interception, I think that's Jimmy Ward getting a huge play right there, and I don't know what was going on, man. Every time I called the Wildcat, it seemed like the quarterback did a little hitch before he started running, which would suck because it gave the defense an advantage to catch up to the quarterback. So 3rd and 16, we try to pass the ball, and the Cowboys just had so much pressure in this game. I could not stop it. It's 1st and 10. He's gonna throw it up, and that's a terrible play right there, man. We need the ball back. And look at this, man. I thought we were in perfect prime position to get the interception, but instead Dez just warps in front of me. And look at this, though. We end up getting the user pick on the very next play, and look at me just celebrating for whatever reason. Not the smartest thing, as I'm taking so many yards away from Kaepernick. Quick stat update. We don't even have 100 passing yards yet. We still need over 100 freaking passing yards. But the rushing yards, we're doing pretty well, man. We have 123 and a touchdown. So less than 60 yards until we complete the rushing part of the challenge, man. Obviously, I'm still trying to do it on this drive, but look at that pressure. 3rd and 6. No one decides to block. 4th and 14. Watch the running back just
Levitate, 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 levitate.
beautiful play right there, keeping the drive alive, but the running game was not working, man. We were at the 13-yard line. Kaepernick just stumbling on his old lineman. Nothing seems to be getting open right here. We're just going for the jugular, and we end up dropping it. But we're still up in this game. As long as I can get the W, maybe I can salvage some pride. But look at that catch right there. Wide receiver getting the first down. 1st and 10. He's going to hit the wide receiver screen. We keep him in bounds. Clock is ticking, and he has less than 7 seconds now. He's going to chuck it up, and that's going to be an interception. But the bad news is we do not complete the challenge, man. It was a very fun challenge, one of the hardest, if not the hardest ones I've been forced to do. I haven't been forced to do. I wanted to do it because it was crazy. I mean, Kaepernick used to be amazing. Hopefully this game showed you how amazing he used to be as a dual threat quarterback, man. Thank you guys for watching this video. Trust me, amazing things on the horizon. Thank you for sticking with me through these inconsistent times. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. And as for me,
Gotta run when I hear the bird call. Damn, hop in that thing and murk off, swerve off.